Welcome everyone to the Whovians cast. I am your host, Matrix Lord 212, and I am with Matt Rose. What's up, Matt?
Good morning. How you all doing?
What's up, Philip?
I'm the new Black Doctor. Hello.
Might be. We might have a new doctor every friggin' couple of episodes for all we know. Showing up every year and stuff. Can't call her fucking 13 anymore. Alright, so here's the thing. Everybody knows that when it comes to Doctor Who and me safeguarding history, I am not accepting that this is reality. I feel it's temporary. I feel it's going to go back to the way it is. So I was talking with Yvette before. I was trying to figure out what this could possibly be. Another theory I had is that there is a possibility that in another universe,
It's nothing to do with another universe.
just wait. In another universe, the Meta-Crisis Doctor is with Rose Tyler. Technically, the Meta-Crisis Doctor was in our universe. So he's in another universe now. They probably regrow a TARDIS. And he probably figures that it's going to be really difficult for him to be the Doctor if he can't be a Time Lord. He gets a job working for the Gallifrey in that universe in exchange for a cycle of regenerations. Now picture this for a second. He feels that he can never fully be the Doctor while he retains the memory that he's a copy or whatever mixture of Donna Noble with him or whatever. So before he regenerates, he somehow, whether it be a memory worm or whatever, just erases the detail that he is the Meta-Crisis Doctor, okay? And believes he's really the Doctor. He regenerates into, let's say, her. Or maybe he doesn't regenerate into her yet. Maybe he's David Tennant's Doctor, whatever it is. And something goes wrong with the universe, like it was going to blow up, and they're chasing after him, and they don't know that. And they just go through the cracks to another universe. He regenerates here in our universe, and he has that protector that watches over him. But it's a new target.
It's too convoluted.
There's no way. There is no way she is before Hartnell. No.
Why
way.
not? Why not? Why can you not do that?
Can't
Why
do
not?
it. Cannot.
You can. She could still be a regeneration in a previous cycle before Hartnell.
Because then he is just another incarnation. He's not the first Doctor.
He's the first Doctor of his regeneration cycle, and she's a Doctor of her regeneration cycle. There's no change in it.
Nah, he's the first.
All it means that she belongs to another cycle that he had.
I can't listen. I can't have it that anybody is the first Doctor in general and not him.
No. You can still call her the first, second, and third Doctor in her regeneration cycle. He still has his mantle as the first.
No, Doctor. He has to be the first.
No, not necessarily.
Why?
Who's to say that William Hartnell that we met at Doctor's Lane had not had a previous body before?
That's ridiculous. There's no way. Susan is first of all, Susan is a factor. She's his granddaughter. She would know if he had a whole cycle before. His wife would know.
But they didn't say that. They didn't tell us that. We're not privy to that. When they wrote Doctor Who back then, that all this was never even a glint in their eye.
I'm sure it was. He was a Time Lord. Yes, he probably ages very slow, so he was probably hundreds of years old or whatever.
That, phaser or whatever thing that I've got. Like I said, if you want,
he was 200 years old. He's considered an infant.
They had the comparison of Earthlings to Time Lords, and middle age to them is different ages to.
Yeah, like 200 years old is a baby. So he was 200 years old. He was a baby. He was this. He was young. Whatever. So, I mean, by the time he gets actual old, he did a whole thing on Gallifrey and everything. He ran away from Gallifrey, stole the TARDIS, ran away, took Susan.
But think about it though. this doctor, how are we going to call her? Ruth, she worked for the CIA before she ran away and left.
She worked for the Gallifreyan thing.
Yeah,
Gallifrey.
Yeah, well, she's working for them, but I'm going to call them the CIA because obviously Gallifrey, this is from in the past, way in the past before the first Doctor. So she worked for them. For some reason, whatever happened, she ran away from them. They eventually recaptured her, and regenerated her into the Doctor we know now.
Why did they regenerate her? So she's not the first Doctor.
Well, she must have been, and then they regenerated her. Obviously, she turned into what? This is just postulation. This is
let me ask you a question. Why couldn't past Gallifrey pluck her from time, and she's Doctor number 27?
But then, okay, then fine. You can do that.
Right. They could pluck the second Doctor.
Why doesn't Jodie?
What the value to have to be is prosecutor.
If the past Gallifrey, listen. Here's the thing that keeps getting. They're doing a time travel show and they're making it where it doesn't make any sense. Oh, okay, Perry. Hold on a second. Hold on, Perry.
Where's Madam as well?
She might be sleeping on the show. Hold on.
Yeah, that's true.
Let me see. I don't know.
I'm still going on the notion that it has to be a doctor. I mean, a master.
I think. Look, here's the thing. Past Gallifrey could have plucked her out of the time stream like they plucked the second Doctor, like they plucked the third Doctor, they plucked whatever. They could have just tried to reach for a doctor. They plucked her out. She could technically be like Doctor 27, but her brain is so frazzled, timey-wimey that even before she went to Chameleon Arch, something must have happened where she don't remember everything. So it's a possibility she thinks she's the genuine arc.
But she's in hiding from something. What is she in hiding from?
I don't know.
So you're not going to put yourself through all that Chameleon Arch and live a life as a human if for no reason.
I don't know. Something's just weird. I don't know what it is. Something's off. She's not going to be the first Doctor. She's not going to be the second Doctor.
I'm sticking with the notion it's a master ploy. Either that's the master impersonating Ruth,
but
or the master pulled somebody, gave Ruth the information that she's the Doctor in order to screw with the Doctor.
Why can't she be Why can't she be the alien race that the master was in contact with? Why couldn't they just take the form of the Doctor and the memories?
You can't exact DNA. They are exactly the same.
Why can't she be the future?
Well, she would have known.
Why would she?
Well, she doesn't know.
Maybe something happened where maybe the Doctor made it to himself. Okay, here's the thing. Here's the thing that from generation to generation, regeneration, she would not remember. If you use that Gallifreyan device that Peter Capaldi used with Clara, he would not remember her from regeneration to regeneration unless someone broke it like they did. He got all his memories back before he regenerated Clara, remember? So they used that device that device was made for the Doctor to forget Clara. So that same device in Gallifreyan thing was used to erase her memory of the previous Doctors to think that she is the only one. Gallifrey erased her memories. She is not the original Doctor.
They're not saying she's an original. They're just saying that she's
not before Jodie. She's not. She's after Jodie.
No, she can't be.
She can be.
Why doesn't she recognize the Sonic?
Because the Gallifrey doesn't want her to alter the time stream, so they erased her memory of all the previous Doctors, all the Doctors that came before her, erased her so she couldn't screw up time.
No.
Yes. Because if you think she's the only one, if she bumps into herself, it's an accident. They're not gonna. She can't alter time knowing that she had all these people before her. They erased her memory of all the previous Doctors. She is probably Doctor 14. This is why you have two Jodies in the finale, because something probably happens when Jodie gets killed. Jodie's going to regenerate into her.
We don't know for sure. There's a two Jody thing
Yeah.
going on. That's just rumor.
I think the two Jody thing. How's it going, Wolf?
How you doing, man? How's everybody else going? Doing?
All right.
Doing good.
I think she's a future doctor. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Wolf.
Can I?
I don't think so. I think she is from the past, but it depends what Chibnall has done, how he's written it, because I can't see her being. She can't be in between 2 and 3, unless you put in a season 6B thing into it.
Yeah. Let's get Wolf's opinion. What do you think, Wolf?
I think who is the doctor that put Gallifrey in the pocket universe?
Matt Smith's 11th Doctor.
Then, if the Master went back and destroyed Gallifrey in the pocket universe, then Peter Capaldi would not be the Doctor. Think about it.
Right. Time would be altered, and they would
Yeah,
not
because-
even they would not even give him a new cycle regenerations because
Well, yeah, he would still have the cycle of regenerations, but
he wouldn't be able to regenerate. He didn't get the regeneration energy.
no. Well, remember the rule: a doctor can't use the same face over again.
Yes, you can.
So he
Well,
can't.
Well, he did it once with Tennant, who just simply regenerated
Yes.
back into his own look.
But he could revisit old faces. He said in the future too. He's so good at it. He could,
Yeah.
you know.
But maybe Matt Smith regenerated into this woman instead of Peter Capaldi.
That's what I mean. Well, so in other words, that killing the Time Lords in the pocket universe. No, but then he didn't have any regenerations left. They had to give him regenerations.
It
Remember?
depends on what. If Gallifrey was destroyed before he regenerated or after he
But
regenerated,
that's the whole
or
thing. He
something like
can't.
that.
Oh, so no. But even if he was going to die, he still couldn't regenerate technically. They said.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's all confusing.
He could, like I said, maybe he's the Metacrisis Doctor. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
Master. I'm going with the Master still. I'm sticking with it.
You still think the Master? What do you think? Say, what
I'm
is it?
thinking either one of two ideas. Either one, this is the Master impersonating Ruth, or the Master, the Master found somebody, implanted these memories into
like
Ruth.
Jackson Lake.
Yeah, like
You
Jackson
can't do
Lake.
that because
Yes, I can. You get that Cyberman device that they connected. They think they're the Doctor, like Jackson Lake.
Well, you mean the infostamp thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He may have had the memories of the Doctor, but he didn't have the body of the Doctor.
But it
Because
doesn't matter. Like they could have did
it
the
does,
same thing.
because Jodie scanned her. Their exact DNA are exactly the same. They are exactly the same Time Lord or Time Lady. They're exactly the
Yeah.
Well,
Doctor.
Jackson Lake was
That's
human.
what I'm saying.
And Jackson Lake was human, but with the Doctor's memories. That's all.
Then it's a Time Lord that basically get an instamp, a stamp of of the Doctor.
No, that can only give you the
They
memories.
utilize-
It can't
they
give you two
utilize-
hearts.
Why did
No,
what a Time Lord that just gets the stamp?
Why can't anyone accept that she is necessary?
She cannot be before the first Doctor. Can't be.
But she can be a Doctor. She is a Doctor. We just don't know where.
Okay.
Where.
Here's the thing. Either look, I know somebody said the theory about they never saw the second Doctor regenerate into the third. That's not it. Okay. Then you have the thing of who else could it be? Could it be Sylvester McCoy? No, because we saw Sylvester McCoy in the TV movie regenerate into the eighth, right?
Yeah. No, it can't be.
The only thing I can think of is if something happened where the Time War didn't exist and he didn't get the potion from the Sisterhood of Karn, he would have regenerated into the 9th. He would have generated into the 10th, the 11th. The 11th would have had another regeneration, right? Because the War Doctor wasn't used. So the 11th would become Capaldi, and then the Capaldi would be out of regenerations. So, but again, it's very timey-wimey. Oh, here's Connor. Finally, let's go. All right, Connor, tell us what you think.
Right, so my prediction well, not so much. I don't know if it's a prediction or whether it's a theory. Is that as per something I've actually read, this Ruth Doctor, so John Martin's first Doctor, is not actually a Time Lord by the definition that in her timeline, when she was first around, Time Lords actually existed. So she's a different race. She goes under a different sort of like.
They called it Time Lord. They called her Time Lord.
Yeah, but it's listen to the whole theory, and then you can you'll have the full story. She was an alien race from another planet that was so powerful that there was another alien race that we now know to be called the Time Lords from another planet as well. They were probably originally from Gallifrey, who were opportunistic and conniving and in need of power and want of power. So they stole this child, the timeless child, that was very powerful from this other planet. So they stole Joe Martin's character as a child, and they used her powers. They used and abused her to gain her power, to build themselves up as a society, as a race of people, and then when they stole her powers and grew themselves up to be what we now know as the Time Lords on a planet called Gallifrey, to become the Lords of Time, they wiped her memory and discarded her.
Well, I would say they wiped her memory, but kept her as their own, because that's the only reason I can think of why she's still on Gallifrey, if she's still part of the Time Lord race.
Yeah, so we're going right back to like not just the origins of kind of the Doctor. We're going back to the origins of Gallifrey and the Time Lords itself, Time Lord society, Time Lord power, everything like that. So I think that really she is the original Time Lord. Everything that we know for a Time Lord to have power-wise
It's from her.
is from Ruth. Ruth,
child, basically.
yeah. All this power to time, all this command of like time and space and regeneration and everything.
Hey, Doctor Who.
Originally is what came from Ruth.
Yeah, she's patient zero, basically. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, and furthermore, the Gallifrey. This is my theory and my personal want as well from this. The Gallifrey that we saw in Spyfall, that Jodie saw, is Gallifrey either post the series 12 finale or the series 13 finale, whenever this concludes, and it's like that because the Doctor found out about the secret that she's really part of how the Time Lords came to be so powerful, and she and the Master being her closest friend, burnt it down. So it was the Doctor and the Master that destroyed Gallifrey because of the secret, this big secret. And it also can link back in, then you can take it back and say that maybe even Susan knew about the secret. Because I think you said there was a big Finish audio, Philip, or something that postulated that she was wanting to be. There was a want for her to be assassinated.
Yes. There's a story that says that the Doctor took her away because she was high in Time Lord ranking, and they wanted to assassinate her, and that's why he escaped. Along with his situation, he took her as well for her own safety from being assassinated.
Yeah, so they fled in a TARDIS to get to where they are now. So, as the Doctors we know them to be, because of this big secret that Susan knew about.
Because the only way you can think of Joe Martin's Doctor having a police box is that she was the original one that probably went to Earth at some point in her time, and it had turned it into a police box, and then come back to Gallifrey, and when they had to flee, the Doctor took whatever TARDIS that what's her name, Clara chose to, and just turned it into a police box.
Why couldn't it? Hold on. Why couldn't it be this? Now, say Gallifrey dies, right? The Matrix holds all the Time Lord DNA and all the Time Lord memories in the archive, right? So the Gallifreyan civilization can be restored, even if everybody's dead, like just regrown, the memories implanted, right? So why couldn't it be that? Why couldn't it be that someone invaded the Matrix of Gallifrey and used the Doctor's template to just create another Doctor? We're not saying that it was cloned, but it was grown, and it just as a template where here's the Doctor, doesn't know that it was grown in a lab or whatever, and it's actually the Doctor because it's the essence, it's whatever, in a new body, and they just, they can't control her, and she goes rogue, and she does this, and she does that, and she acts the way the Doctor is supposed to act. But in case Time Lord's destroyed, like the Gallifrey, the failsafe is that on another planet, all of them are brought back from the Matrix of Gallifrey. Why can't that be? Where technically you could say she is the Doctor, but she's not the real Doctor. It's like a meta-crisis thing again. Why can't Chibnall be doing something like, look, it looks like Chibnall's copying off every single thing that Russell T. Davies did with David Tennant. So why couldn't he be doing his own meta-crisis Doctor?
The nearest you can say that about that, what you just said, would be with Peter Davison and Omega when he tried to take the Doctor's biodata and become
biodata, right?
Yeah.
Arc of Infinity, right? But
either way, I believe Chibnall in that he says that Joe Martin's Doctor is a real incarnation of the Doctor. There's no parallel universe or alternate reality.
Maybe that's it, because from the DNA, from the whatever. They said the Doctor's daughter. They stuck the device in his hand. Boom, there's the Doctor's daughter. Why can't it be like that?
I don't even think it's a Doctor's daughter situation. I genuinely think that he's bold.
I'm talking about Jenny. I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Like when they did
I know what you're saying, but we're saying she is a definitive Doctor.
She's actually the Doctor.
We just got to work out where
she is just grown.
There is a few incarnations out there that we don't know about, that even the Doctor doesn't know about, maybe.
Hence the memory block. I don't know. Where is she from? They said, right, we're going to block her memory because she's not supposed to exist.
Here's the thing. Somehow, and I've never believed this, somehow the regenerations doesn't add up. Because Matt Smith should have had another regeneration.
Yeah.
Well, that was Tennant's fault.
We know that. We know that he gave regeneration energy to River. If he didn't have a regeneration, where would the regeneration energy come from? So it could have been possible that there was a missing regeneration, or he gets another regeneration cycle, or like it could have. I mean, anything is possible.
It's River's song.
No. This is the Doctor, but no.
Anything out there now?
Or maybe this is just some Time Lord that idolizes the Doctor and takes her name and does the same thing that she did.
I see more lines of the Master doing this.
The Master's going to kill her no matter what.
Yeah.
She's going to get killed by the Master.
I mean, I idolized her since she was a little girl or whatever, you know.
She's going to get killed by the Master. Maybe the whole point of the Master saying everything you know is a lie, meaning everything you will know is a lie because I'm going to create this lie. I'm going to throw a fake doctor in your face. I'm going to throw all this stuff in your face, and then I'm going to take her away.
Oh,
how would you do that? That's a tall order for him to do.
Look, the Master's
He
clever,
killed.
but not that
How would he
clever.
be able to kill the whole planet Gallifrey when they have 1 million TARDISes and they have fucking Rassilon's glove and everything else? How the
Well,
fuck
think
can
about
he
it,
kill
man.
everybody?
Think about it a minute, Joe.
The way
Joe.
that this concludes,
Sorry.
as I said just a minute ago, is not because of the Master. It's not just the Master that burnt Gallifrey down. It was
Exactly. He can't do it single-handedly. It's impossible.
Right, that's what I'm saying. There's no way you could do it
The
by himself.
Daleks.
It was also the Doctor, because maybe the Doctor found out about this huge secret that I've literally just.
But the Doctor wouldn't blow everybody up. She
Well,
already said.
how do you know?
Well, they even said that they never wanted to blow up Gallifrey, whatever.
Maybe they're so incensed by rage. Look, maybe it's like a Daenerys twist where they're so incensed by rage because they realised that they were the one that harnessed all this power before even the Time Lords had it, and they got used and abused by this powerful, all saintly group of people. And
Didn't Sasha once say to her in the TARDIS, "We are not what we think we are"?
Yes.
Yes.
He
But
did
then it
say
would
that.
be timeless children, not child. It'll be 2 timeless childs.
Well, you never know.
I think it could be
Maybe
entirely
there's a
possible
multitude
that
of them.
because of the law, the kind of law-defining relationship between the Master and the Doctor, where they're both really good, close friends. That they're the outcasts. They're the different ones. They're the same race.
Yeah, those two are the pinnacle of what built Gallifrey. They must be the pinnacle of it. And
No,
that,
I get it.
that's why you go on.
I just have a feeling it has to do with the Matrix of Gallifrey. That they just something happened in the past, or somebody just made a Doctor, and she has a whole cycle of regenerations, and she really has no clue about it. She don't remember the sonic screwdriver. She doesn't have. She don't know anything. She really doesn't.
No,
she doesn't. She never. She looked at like, what is that?
Listen, she didn't say she don't know what to do. She just says, "Why would I need one? Because I'm smart enough without not having one." She don't need a sonic. That's why she didn't
never
have
seen
one.
the sonic screwdriver before. She never
Well,
seen
not that version of one, because that's
not one period. I'm telling you, something's up. There's no way it's sticking like glue. Like she's the first Doctor, second Doctor, or 10th Doctor.
This Doctor is pre-Hartnell.
No. What if the Doctor had a failsafe plan in case he died? Where he used his DNA to like implant something or whatever.
Joe, this is an Area 51.
Hold on, you can stomp your feet all you want and say, "Oh no, this can't be," but at the end of the day, like, it's continuity schmontinuity. No one gives a shit about it.
It's a show about change and renewal. They keep adding to it.
All right, what we're gonna do is this. We're gonna go to the Zoom because I'm running out of time on here. We only get 30 minutes left until February 4th. So we're gonna continue this discussion into the Zoom, and everybody's gonna have to not be able to see it live stream. I'm sorry. So thank you guys. We'll be back. Take care. Bye for now.
Back after this break.